here tonight in Indio, California.
You are giving your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean, hard fight. You will obey my commands at all times. Estás recibiendo sus instrucciones en la camerino. Toque de guantes.
All right, here we go. Lamont, what do you think the champion Soto needs to do tonight to be successful and victorious?
Well, I'm not very familiar with Henno, but I've seen Soto fight. I think he just needs to fight this fight. Like Dougie said, that this guy can go 12 and he can remain dangerous for 12. Like he's a very, in shape fighter.
All right, Dougie, what about on the Henno side?
And look at Henno's height. Look at that southpaw stance. I think he's got the reach advantage. I think he needs to use those attributes. I think he needs to make it a boxing match. He doesn't want to get into too many exchanges, at least not early in the fight. Maybe in the middle rounds, if he can soften Soto up, maybe kind of take it to him. But at least early on, make this a boxing match and look for counter-punching opportunities.
The WBO light flyweight title on the line. This one scheduled for a possible 12 rounds. Good hands by Soto early.
He got a thing coming off that championship win. His confidence is probably sky high, so it's probably 100 times better than that fight.
You could see it during the introductions.
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing the fist pump. He's feeling it. He's coming out with the trunks, with the Marvel Comics decor, so he's feeling like a superhero.
I love swag. I love branding. I love confidence in yourself.
He's got a glow about him right now. And it's Henno's job to take that away from him, to slowly chip away at that confidence by not getting hit.
Lamont Roche Jr. joining us here at ringside. Again, big shot at the WBO junior lightweight title in Fresno coming up on November 9th. When you are still the hunter, big combination. When you're the hunter, how is your approach to a fight like what we're seeing right now? Because you have a title fight coming up.
Well, like you said, hunter, I like that. It's hunt or be hunted. So, going in there, I'm really going to be the hunter. Everybody knows Jamel's mostly a mover, boxer. And we're going to turn the heat up on him.
Approaching a minute to go here in this first round. Both fighters just kind of easing their way into this potential 12-round contest. Since we started kind of changing, guys, how we present boxing, whether it's on DAZN, whether it's on Facebook, we've had several fighters in the Philippines, and it's an incredible way for their fans to be able to watch their fighters fight.
And they watch and support their fighters. With the Ring Magazine official website, that was a nice uppercut.
That's the second time he landed it, too.
Yeah, he's looking for it. Still, the aggressor is Soto. And he hasn't landed the flush power, but he's landed the kind of punches that are going to get the judges' attention in this opening round. But I was going to say, as far as the traffic for the website, I think the Philippines is second behind America and the UK.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They love all boxing, but they certainly support their fighters.
And it started with the great Manny Pacquiao, and there's several more fighters now that have made their way over here to the United States. All right, first round is in the books. We're going to keep it right here. What did you see from Soto, Dougie, in that first round?
He was the aggressor. He looked out. He was looking to establish the pace and establish himself as the boss, as the commander. I think he did that. It wasn't really effective aggression, but he didn't get much back from Henno. Not enough for Henno to win the round, but it was a competitive round.
Lamont, this is a potentially 12-round fight. Very different than 4, 6, 8, or even 10. How much more difficult is it to prepare for 12 rounds?
I think it's more mental than anything. Guys work hard in training camp, whether it's 10 or 8 or 12. So, it's a matter of pushing yourself, knowing your limits, and pushing past your limits.
Lamont Roche Jr. joining us here at ringside, commentary for our main event here on Thursday Night Fight, syndicated across this great country of ours, and also on DAZN for the very first time.
Henno is the fighter who's used to fighting the 12-round distance. He's done it a number of times against quality opposition. But like we've said previously, Soto proved that he can be dangerous into the 12th round. And he's got that confidence in this fight.
It was really, really interesting to watch him really kind of pick Costa apart and almost shocked the world, at least the boxing world, that was certainly not expecting that.
Yeah, it happened so abruptly. I mean, it was just like you thought that, okay, this kid showed something by lasting the distance with Acosta. It seemed like it was going to go to the cards, and then just one punch changed everything. And, you know, Acosta and other people had said, well, it was a lucky shot, but no, he was in position. He lasted that long and stayed in that fight and still had his speed and his power and his reflexes, and he knew exactly what to do when he landed that power punch.
Big straight hand by Soto right here in the corner in front of us.
I like how Henno is reacting. He's not holding or running or trying to survive. Well, he's holding now, but he fired back when he got clipped.
He's shooting that 1-2 straight.
You're exactly right, Lamont. The action really picking up here in this second round, about halfway home.
But I don't think there was anything lucky about that punch that earned him the WBO title at 108 pounds. You can say maybe it was controversial because the referee stopped it a little too soon, but I don't think there's any such thing as luck in boxing. You make your luck.
Henno continues to look at the referee. I think he thought there was a low blow.
I don't think Soto's shots are egregiously low. That was a huge right cross landed by Soto.
Lamont, what do you make of the power of Soto here through the first 2 rounds?
His punches are very compact and very powerful. He had cut him, I don't know if it was a headbutt or not, but got a little cut in his arm.
And another big straight right hand by Soto.
Yeah, Soto has found a home for that punch. And you look at the body type of Soto, it's very compact. It's the kind of physique where you expect punches with a lot of leverage, and especially to the body, and he's showing us that. And Soto's also showing us some nice footwork. He's not just constant pressure. He gets in and out. He lands the heavy shots, then he bounces out of range. And he showed that against Acosta. Nice short right hook on his way out.
Boy, throwing everything with a purpose, everything with malice.
And a ton of confidence.
Boy, so quick from distance. So far, Elwin Soto has looked the part here through the first 2 rounds as the champ. Guys, let's look back at some of that action from the second round.
The jab and the right hand fell short, but it did knock Henno back. Henno blocked that shot, but it still had an effect because there was so much power on that right cross. And then Soto gets right into range and works the body with the left. He kind of touches with the jab just to get in range, and then once he's in close, he unleashes the hard shots to the body and head.
I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I'm fluent in body language. I'm fluent in how a voice sounds, and his corner does not seem happy with him right now.
I think they're excited. I mean, you know, the emotions are high. Yeah,
They're more excited than disappointed right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I obviously they want more. Maybe they're seeing opportunities that Soto missed. Maybe they're thinking, hey, you could have had this guy out of there in the second round. We could go home early. But I think Soto's doing a great job. I mean, it was a close and there's that right. I mean, he's found a home for the right hand. The opening round was competitive, but the second round, it was all Soto.
It's more shifted to Soto.
Well, Dougie Fresh Beto is telling me that exactly what you just said is what they said in Spanish.
Really?
Yes.
See, I don't speak Spanish, but I speak boxeo. Beto will tell you that.
This round a little bit more controlled than round number 2.
Good body.
Beto, you got something for us?
Yeah, the corner of Soto is really exciting. He has a Cuban coach that he's worked with since the amateurs, and that Cuban coach gets animated. You ever been around a Cuban coach? You know.
Oh, yes.
Habla con las manos.
No doubt, Beto.
Good uppercut.
And now Soto and Henno fighting in a phone booth.
Yeah. He's taking those shots very well, too.
Yeah, courageous stuff from Heno. He was forced into the corner. He was up against the ropes. He was taking hard shots to the body and head, and now he's firing back with uppercuts that allowed him to get off those ropes. And now I mean, it's phone booth warfare in the center of the ring.
This might not be the best fight for Heno right here, though, because Soto is doing his best work on the inside.
I think Heno feels that he needs to earn some respect, though.
Approaching a minute to go here in this third round. A really good, spirited start to this, our main event tonight.
And maybe the more mature fighter, maybe even the more battle-tested fighter, in Heno, he wants to test to see if Soto is as effective backing up as he is coming forward. Some aggressive fighters are only effective when they're allowed to come forward, and when you push them back on their heels, they're not as effective.
It's getting hit, man.
Yeah,
Getting through the guard.
Lamont Roach Jr. here at ringside.
Is that going to count? It's going to count.
They're calling that a knockdown.
Wow.
I can't wait to see that one again.
It might be legit.
All right. If it was quick.
Yeah, Heno was landing. There's blood from the nostrils. You just see another uppercut jerk the head back of Soto.
Oh, big right hand by Soto.
Oh.
And now these two just exchanging power.
This is a brilliant round.
Oh, what a fun round, and I can't wait
right
to watch the replay to see how significant that knockdown was by Heno on Soto. I'm really anxious to get both of your thoughts right here.
And maybe it was, I got to see it from another angle. So he misses, so he's off balance right here. And then there's a left that lands kind of on the ear. I mean, listen, he went down from a punch. I don't know how hard that punch was. What happened, Soto wound up and missed with a huge right haymaker, kind of threw himself off balance, had all his weight on his left foot. So he misses, and then he goes down.
Okay, well,
it's an iffy call.
Yeah, due to technicality, if a punch lands and the fighter falls without any tripping or anything, it should be a knockdown.
Right.
All right, Beto, you got something for us?
Yeah, Heno, who is he? He's from the bad area of the Philippines. Ryan Sangalia, our good friend, actually wrote a story about him a couple years ago for Ring TV. He was fighting in these barangay amateur fights. Basically, Coach, they were smokers in somebody's backyard. That's how he learned to box. I was talking with Sean Gibbons, Viva Sean from Manny Pacquiao Promotions. He said, Heno has that it factor. You're going to love him.
Well, so far, he has been tough, and he has taken everything that Soto can deliver, and has.
I'll tell you what, Heno has some nice technique for a guy who made his bones, got his start in boxing and backyard brawls.
Well, he has turned this one into very much a brawl, and now is very much back in it after the first two rounds where I thought Soto looked really good. Lamont, what do you make?
I think Heno is turning the tide right now, even though Soto is still firing like he was from the beginning. Heno is getting the best of those exchanges from the last round on to now.
The round continues after getting the boxing glove fixed. You can really feel, guys, the energy in here was, the way they set the pace in the first round, the energy just immediately picked up.
You know how I was talking about that short, squat, fire plug physique of Soto? His main defense is just keeping his hands up high, and that's good for blocking like jabs and punches from the outside, but the way he squares up with those broad shoulders and that chest, he's open for uppercuts on the inside, and Heno discovered that in the very first round, Lamont. Yeah. Boom, right down the middle. That's a beautiful 1-2 combination from Heno.
Dougie Fresh, I think you're onto something. I think Heno's realized that the closer he gets, the better he can land and the less he takes.
Yeah, on paper, it didn't look like the fight for him. But
right.
He had to make a decision in the third round because Soto was really bullying him, pushing him up against the ropes. And he just decided, you know what? I'm going to push this guy back on his heels, and I'm going to stay on the inside, and I'm going to earn some respect. And that choice led to a knockdown and basically evening this fight up on the scorecards. And this round is anybody's round.
Yeah, it's a toss-up.
This is a tough one to score because they're going back and forth.
Good straight right hands, two of them, in fact, for Soto. He backs up Henno onto the ropes. Now in control of the exchange for a moment. And Henno right back at Soto.
Yeah, he answers every time Soto lands a heavy shot or a heavy combination. And by the way, I think Soto needs more combinations.
Now Soto measured in the final 10 seconds. And will that be enough to win that particular round? We will find out. Boy, what a good main event thus far.
Fight with breast cancer was an inspiration to me both in and out of the ring. Now I'm teaming up with the American Cancer Society to help defeat this disease in honor of my mom. As the first national ambassador for Real Men Wear Pink. Like hundreds of men across the country, I'm stepping up to take on breast cancer. It's my biggest fight yet, and I want to win it. But we need your support. Make a donation today at menfightingbreastcancer.org.
You certainly want to be a big supporter of that. menfightingbreastcancer.org. And Real Men Wear Pink. Breast cancer and all the different kinds of cancers, just awful. All right, welcome back to our main event. And the coach, Dougie Fresh, Doug Fischer, editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine, Lamont Roach Jr., world title contender, fighting November 9th. He's with us here at ringside. And of course, Beto Duran with all the great insights and information from both fight camps throughout the night. Round number 5 of 12. Are you surprised at how even this fight has been? Good uppercut. Guys, either one?
I'm not surprised. Like I said, these guys are legitimate junior lightweight standouts. Soto is ranked number 5 in the world by Ring Magazine. He just won a world title. Henno is the more mature fighter at age 27. He's earned his way up the top of the WBO ladder. He's the WBO mandatory, so he's entered this fight with a lot of confidence. He's Ring's number 7 rated 108-pound fighter, so I was expecting a heck of a fight.
All right, Beto, what do you got?
And the corner of the Mexican is telling him, put combinations. They feel like Henno, the Filipino, is getting tired. They say he's been throwing a lot of punches. They want more combinations from the champ. But Doug, in that corner between rounds, there was 3 different voices. They were talking over each other, and you saw Soto looking around like, okay, who am I listening to right now? There's a bit of confusion in that red corner.
Is that a bad thing, Lamont, when there's more than one voice between rounds?
Yeah, I think so. If everyone's not on the same accord, yeah, I think so. If those 3 voices are pretty much giving you around the same information, then that's better. But that should be a little confusing, especially to Soto in a tough fight.
If they're telling Soto to put his punches together more, that's good advice.
That's good.
Just hopefully he heard that. He's not doing it yet, and I'm seeing it from Henno.
Henno is sneaking that left to the body real good. Might not be hurting Soto now, but pay the round.
We've seen several fighters tonight as these two continue. Oh, wow! The head snap back of Soto.
Yeah, Soto was getting greedy. He was landing some big headshots. And by the way, I think he's headhunting a little bit, and he backed Henno to the ropes, but he squared up and stayed right in range of Henno. He wasn't doing that in the first 2 rounds, and he paid the price. He caught a 1-2 combination.
Lamont, how hard is it when you have a game plan and then you decide, I'm going to scrap it and brawl?
I wouldn't say it's hard. It's different. Like when you get in there, you do have a game plan, and then sometimes things go, left or right or up or down, and sometimes you really just gotta fight.
It's all about adjustments and adapting to your opponent. We've seen both of these 2 men adapt and throw and entertain through now 5 rounds, and neither man is backing up. I love fights like this. Love it.
This is a really good fight.
We're going to keep it right here. Look back at some of the action from the 5th round.
That was not an easy round to score, guys. That was a right uppercut landed by Henao. He comes over the top with the right. There's another uppercut. There's uppercuts from both sides. Henao landing, snapping the head back of Soto. Soto also had his moments in that round as well. You wonder what the judges are appreciating, the accuracy on the inside from Henao, or Soto's aggression being able to back Henao up to the ropes. I couldn't decide. I had it even. So I've got Soto ahead by 2 points, but it could easily be an even fight, or you could even, I can even see Henao up by 1 point.
All right, I think we've got some information on something going on in the corner of Henao. Beto, what do you got?
Yeah, there's a good cut on a little mouse building, and I just spoke with the referee, Jerry Cantu. He said it happened earlier in the fight, and it was a result of a punch. And Hanao's dad, actually, Doug, is the one who taught him the sport of boxing. His dad, Leopard, was 2-4 in the Philippines. This fight is very personal because this can change his entire career and also his lifestyle for the family and a lot of the family members.
Thank you, Beto, very much. You don't think about lives changing when you're watching a fight, but the trickle-down effect is emotional a lot of times.
Soto's issue here is like Dougie said, like in the beginning, he was working the body when he got on the inside. Now he's waiting.
And he's waiting. He's looking to counterpunch. It's almost like there was a reversal of roles, or slight reversal. Yeah. And he's good. I mean, he's a good counterpunch. I mean, it was a counter hook that earned him his WBO title. But you can't get away from the basics. And what he was doing early in the fight was working well, where he was at least pawing with his jab before letting loose the power shots to the body and head. Now it looks like he's head hunting. He's just content to temporarily back Henao up, but the thing is Henao fights back every time, and Hanao's being real smart about his punch placement.
Halfway through this 6th round of a possible 12. Soto, the champ, in the red around his waist, and then a counter by Henao.
Henao right now is the more accurate and, in my opinion, the more effective puncher. He doesn't look like a powerful puncher in there. He doesn't have a high KO percentage, but he's snapping back the head and twisting the head of Soto. He's getting into that area where he's starting to sleepwalk a little bit. He might be getting a little bit groggy from these jabs and these uppercuts and these nice combinations.
They definitely take their toll and add up, huh, Lamont?
Yeah, they're taking their toll, and Soto's not moving his head at all, so that's making it easier for him to hit him. He's just sitting there with his hands.
Yeah, he squares up in front of Henao and just puts the hands up, and that's not going to protect him from these uppercuts. And Hanao's good with the uppercuts. Gets the right range, bends at the knee, and he looks right where he wants those punches to land. He stays very focused, even when under pressure from Soto. I think this has been a good round 6 for Henao. Some eye-catching right hands landed by Soto late in this round. I don't know if it's enough to win the round, at least not on my scorecard.
All right, we are officially halfway home, and don't forget, coming up in 9 days from tonight, we have the preview card right here on DAZN. And which fight are you most looking forward to out of these 4, Dougie?
You're asking me? Oh,
yeah.
Bektemir Melikuziev out of Uzbekistan. Man, an incredible body puncher, a light heavyweight prospect. Marco Peribon, that dude is he's a veteran. I mean, that guy has fought world champions. I don't know how many fights. I don't have BoxRec in front of me, but he's got at least 30 fights. And I think Bektemir has, like, what? This is maybe his 3rd pro fight? It's crazy.
And if you want those fights, you better have DAZN. And then, of course, the main card later that same evening, Blair the Flair Cobbs, dynamic. And then, of course, the co-main with King Rai and then Canelo at the top.
Don't forget Estrada and Esparza.
And that's the grudge match.
Fireworks.
Yes. And 2 unbeaten fighters with a clash of styles and personalities. You're looking forward to that one, huh?
Yep.
I can't wait to get to Las Vegas. A dream week for me is a week of golf, which I'll be doing, and then Vegas at the end.
Sounds good. Yeah. You're living the life, Coach.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Every day's a grind. Round number 7. If you're just joining us, where the heck have you been? It's been a great night of fights. This is our main event, Soto in the red with all kinds of stuff on his trunks, and then Heno from the Philippines in the black and red trunks and red and black shoes.
And as expected, it is tit for tat. This is a hotly contested championship bout.
Lamont Roach Jr. joining us here at commentary for the main event. Again, you don't want to miss his WBO junior lightweight title fight in Fresno, November 9th. Mel Herring is awaiting you. And physically, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good, man. I feel I'm in great shape right now. We're just counting down the days, getting sharper, staying fit, staying ready, and getting great sparring.
Now, Heno, some good shots on Soto as he continues the volume punching.
Yeah, Heno, the challenger, is the volume puncher and the combination puncher. I think he's the more accurate puncher, at least in recent rounds. And Soto is still bringing the power, and he's bringing these eye-catching punches, particularly the right hand.
So you wonder what the officials, judges, will consider the most important thing in this fight. We never know what that's going to be.
Yeah, I hope they don't just reward Soto for pushing Heno back, because Heno allows himself to go to the ropes because he's able to score really well off those with his back against the ropes, and then he moves off the ropes. Oh, beautiful right hand landed by Heno.
And even though Heno doesn't carry the power, all his shots gonna pop.
Kind of deceptive pop. It doesn't look like he would really knock anybody out, but it would not surprise me if Soto went down from one of these shots.
Heno's got a good foundation. He's got good balance. He bends at the knees with these punches, particularly the uppercuts. And he knows when to let those hands go, so he times the punches right. That's how we got the knockdown. That was good timing.
And now they continue to fight in close. Both men very, very comfortable. Clearly fighting this style. All right, now we're getting into crunch time. We're going to keep it here. 7 rounds. Right now, does anybody have the clear-cut favorite in your mind?
I don't, especially after that round. I've scored the last 2 rounds for Heno. I had the 5th round even. And Soto, I had winning rounds 1, 2, and 4, but in round 3, he had the knockdowns. It's a 10-8 round against him. I got it 66-66. I got an even fight.
With 5 rounds to go. Lamont, how are you seeing the fight right now?
I'm seeing the fight even too. It could be either way on any judge's scorecard, but Soto is definitely, losing momentum in this fight.
We hear fighters say it all the time. We hear corners say it all the time. Don't leave it in the judge's hands. Is that easier said than done?
I mean, yeah, because we're in there, but once the corner beats it into you, you know you got to pick it up. And, not just go and swing for the fences, but do what you have to do to secure a win.
All right, here we go. Both fighters right back to the middle of the ring, round number 8. Been a really fun night of fights, a great knockout by Angel Acosta, the same man who Soto beat earlier this year.
I think Soto is looking for one of those shots to just drop him because he's just throwing one.
You're right, loading up with 1 shot at a time. He needs to listen to his corner. He needs to listen to that screaming, even if it's from 3 different people. Focus in on whoever's passing out the knowledge, but whoever's saying combination punches and body shots, and that was a nice left to the body that Soto landed.
That's how it needs to work if he wants to win.
That was the best combination that Soto's had yet.
The thing is, he needs to get out of the way. When he lands like 3 or 4 punches, get out of range or move to the side. When he stands right in front of Heno, and Heno nails him every time.
Yeah.
You agree, Lamont?
I agree. He's just giving it right back. I mean, especially when he does something good, he gives it right back. He doesn't move his head. He's sitting there being hit. His corner is telling him to press.
Heno.
Soto.
Okay. And now Heno, good combination.
Well, I'll
on
tell you
Soto.
what, Soto can't just stand there.
He can't.
If you're not going to press, then move.
I was kind of wondering what he was doing.
Something has to be moving on your body at all times. If your fists ain't moving, your feet need to be moving. If your feet aren't moving, your head and upper body better be moving.
Something.
And if none of that's moving, it's
You're
going to
getting
get hit.
You're getting hit. If nothing's moving, you're a heavy bag.
1 minute to go here in round number 8. Anybody's ball game. Heno getting those nice little clean inside shots to connect on Soto.
You see, Soto lands these shots that make noise, and they are hard punches, and they are scoring punches, even though they're one at a time. And Soto, in each round, Soto will have these moments where he pushes the challenger to the ropes, and not every judge appreciates that in and of itself, but some judges do. They'll look at just forward marching aggression as effective aggression. That was a nice hook from Soto.
Boy, now Heno's starting to feel the energy a little bit. Both men appear to be in really good physical condition.
That's how he needs to punch. And like Doug said, after that, he needs to get out the way and move his head and sneak.
Boy, look at the quick hands by Heno. My goodness. Oh, wow, wait a second. So Soto well after the bell. Didn't seem to bother Heno at all. What a fun end to that 8th round.
I was about to score it for Soto, and I thought, well, maybe Heno stole the round with that flurry. I went ahead with Soto. I think Soto did more work during the round, but a very close fight and a very close round. Very hard to score.
Yeah, that round could have been either way.
There's the 1-2. 1-2 combinations, and he's leaning on him. There's a left hook landing for Soto. He misses with the left hook, and Heno just unleashes like a 4-punch 1-2-1-2 combination. And I think that frustrated Soto, and that's why we saw the late stuff from the Mexican champion.
Yeah, I think you are dead on, and I think these last 3 rounds are going to be something special. Here we go, anybody's ball game. Dougie Fresh has this thing smack dab just about even. So it's 3 rounds to decide the title and who leaves tonight victorious in our main event on Thursday Night Fights. Here is your up-to-the-minute scorecard for Dougie.
It's very close. He scored that last round for Soto, so he's up by 1 point, but, you know, Heno could have legitimately stole that round. This is one of those fights, Coach, where, like, going into the final 20 seconds of each round, it's kind of like up for grabs. You know, like, both guys have their moments, and, like, whoever lands most impressively before that bell can often steal the round.
Lamont, do you as a fighter have a clock in the back of your head?
I try not to, because that's when like you're thinking at the time, like, is this my time? You get a feel for when the end of the round is coming, then you have to pick it up, or you know that should kick in. Especially when that 10 seconds sound, you know what you got to do if you think you were down and then still.
Well, you know, or if you're having a really good round and you hear the bell, okay, then you can protect your lead, back off a little bit. The crowd doesn't always like that, but it's a smart strategy.
The crowd's not
That's true.
And now Soto trying to follow up the good combination, and Heno continues to do the move where he ducks down and keeps his head down. And Soto, ever the good sport, refusing to throw punches at that point.
He's the punch if the ref isn't saying anything.
Yeah. I'd like to see some uppercuts from Soto. Oh, now Heno is paying Soto back, because Soto's been leaning on Heno all fight. Heno's saw an opportunity to lean on top of Soto. Nice body work from the challenger. We are seeing some choice body shots from Soto as well. Nice. Both guys are doing that.
Yeah.
Both guys are doing
And the ref is not warning anyone because they're both like, you know,
Right.
he's pushing down and his head is
Does that wear a fighter down?
I think so.
Has anyone done that to you?
Little.
There you go. Oh, that's an iffy blow right there. That was kind of like on a break.
Oh, and it's, my goodness.
Nice right hooks from the challenger. You know, this action, a lot of this action has been, it's getting kind of rough and tumble in there, but this action has been so even, so much, so evenly contested on the inside, I've actually forgotten that Hino is a southpaw. Because they're so close, it's kind of like the stances don't even matter.
It's a great point. All right, round number 9 coming to an end, and another very close round with a flurry at the end. That has kind of been how these two fighters have done it. Beto, what do you have?
And the red corner is going and letting them know, you're the champion, fight like one. And that's what we're trying to get to the motivation side. You guys were talking about the pushing down of the head. The corner told them, look, the referee warned you. Soto told him, well, I don't want to get a point taken away. But like, keep doing it because he's doing it to you. It's getting ugly, it's getting dirty, and it's a championship fight. Like, they're motivating him. They're using mind games with the fighter from San Felipe, not Mexicali.
You do whatever you have to do at this point to get the job done. It's not about style points anymore, boys. It's about now outpointing his opponent. We're now through 9 rounds. It's gut check time.
And if you're Soto, you can't assume that you're ahead on the scorecards. Not as with as many punches as he's taken per round. You cannot assume that he's got the lead or...
And I think his corner knows it.
Yeah.
All right, the referee bringing them together, and then both men, I think, have really grown a mutual respect for one another over the course of the first 9 rounds of this fight.
I agree, Coach. And likewise for him. You know, you can't think that he's in control of this fight because he's landing as many punches as he's landing. He's also taking some hard shots, eye-catching shots, and he's being backed up by the champion. And he has to really let it all hang out in these championship rounds, the final 3s.
Oh, Hino caught Soto, but just like that quick Soto right back on top of Hino in the corner.
Don't pull the head down. Don't pull the head down. No knockdown. No knockdown.
Boy, big shots right in front of us here at ringside, and just the thud and how hard they both throw their punches is incredible.
Yeah, Soto showed us in his title victory that he retains his power late in the fight. And he's showing it again. You can hear the difference between their punches. And Soto has found a home for that left hook to the body. I don't know how he's taking those shots. Finally, some head and upper body movement from Soto. He said, hey, why not? You know what? A little bit of defense here in the 10th round. And now some angles from Soto and that footwork that at the start of this show and the start of this fight, I said Soto had, you know. That's what impressed me against Acosta is that he knew when to attack and he knew when to stick and move.
Lamont, what would you do if your opponent kept holding your head down like that?
You can't look to the referees. The referee, you got to know that the referee's not going to save you. But you got to make an adjustment, man. You know, make them think that you're going to put your head down and come up with a shot. Because, you know, if he's pushing your head down, his hand's like that. Good right hand, big right hand.
Hino for a second actually stepped under the rope, and now Soto starting to unleash on Hino.
He needs to go to the body.
And Hino, as he seems to do every single time, has something back for Soto.
There's a lot of heart from Hino. There's a lot of experience in his 19 pro fights. And there's ring savvy there. He's crafty and cagey. It's not easy just to zero in on and beat him to submission. He's got the heart to fight back, but he's also got the ring generalship and the savvy to evade punches.
Pretty good round for Soto. One of the more clear rounds. I think Soto is only pushing his head down, though, is because Hino is putting his head down as well.
All right, round number 10 in the books, and this is as close as you will ever see a fight, certainly here on Thursday Night Fights. As we listen in, the red corner.
It looks like they're talking with urgency. He's saying there's 2 more rounds left. You better pick it up.
You speak boxeo too. and we thought Teddy Atlas was high strung. Forget about it.
Beto, what are they saying over there?
They're saying that Los Tucanes song that DJ Susie's playing is so loud I can't hear anything. So shout out to Tijuana.
It's all DJ Susie's fault.
We know what they're saying. They're saying you got 6 minutes to retain your title. But I agree with you, Lamont. That 10th round was a clear round for Soto, and I've scored rounds 8, 9, and 10. Rounds 8 and 9, not so clear. Those were close rounds that I edged to the champion, but round 10, it looked like he's begun to take over. It looks like Heno is beginning to lose steam.
Yeah.
But he remains cagey. He remains defiant. He's tired, but the challenger's will hasn't broken, and he's still landing those shots, those uppercuts.
I think Heno would be very, very difficult to prepare for.
I think that body shot stuck him.
Yeah.
Good. That's what he needs to do. If he put his head down, he needs a punch.
Soto stood up, looked at the referee. The referee wasn't doing anything.
Because the referee isn't saying anything. That's why you should punch.
Yeah.
If the referee's not saying break, you should be punching.
Let your hands go, and Soto needs to experiment with some uppercuts.
Boxing 101 from Lamont Roach Jr. If the referee's not saying anything, punch. And now Soto is punching with power on Heno.
And he doesn't want to hold him here, but whenever Heno ducks down like that, you could catch him on the temple, with a hook or a cross, or you could hit him with an uppercut. Or you could reach around and get him to the body, and just like that.
Especially because Heno is not firing when he's down that low. He's just looking to either get a break or look for an opening.
Edward, stop! Stop. Edward, keep punching. Pull the head down.
Soto's got to be careful about that. I think another ref would have warned him by now about the holding and hitting, and a really stern ref with docking the point.
Pull the head down.
See, it's working for him.
Yeah, it is working for him.
Yeah, that time he was able to connect right as Heno's head came back up to fight.
Stop.
The referee's been very, very busy thus far in this main event fight.
Break out of the break. Break.
Soto bleeding from the nose, with just a trickle of blood. He's still eating those uppercuts, but he's definitely imposing himself physically on the challenger. The challenger is slowed down, he's feeling the fatigue.
Inside 10 seconds now of our 11th round, as our main event will indeed go to a 12th and final round here in Indio. We're going to keep it right here, and boys, this round could be the round that decides everything in this fight. What do you think, Lamont? We'll start with you.
I think so. Heno is slowing down, though, and Soto is not necessarily sensing how much he's slowing down, but if he does this round, I think he'll have a pretty good round.
I feel like he's come on in these late rounds.
Yeah.
He's showing that character once again, and that stamina and that conditioning. And he's also showing us a few more wrinkles in these late rounds that he didn't show us in the middle rounds. I haven't scored a round for Heno since round 7, but rounds 8 and 9 could have been scored for the challenger. So Soto can't be overconfident going into this final round. I have it 106. Yeah, 106 to 102 going into the final round. I have Soto up by 4 points.
All right, here we go. Round number number 12, we have instruction from the red corner. Beto, what were they giving Soto?
Go for it, go for it, go for it. Can you knock him out? How bad do you want it? Dale.
And now both men standing in the middle of the ring. Who will have enough? What a battle.
Soto can't give him any room because it's going to give him confidence and he's going to punch the whole ring.
Yeah. Whatever Henno has left in that tank, he's going to use it here in this final round. And it looked like he started this round like he was going to once again try to push the bull back on his heels. I don't know if he has the stamina or the physical strength at this point in the fight to do that, but he's trying. And you can see Soto taking deep breaths as well. He's really feeling it. It's been a tough fight.
Let's go.
You know, a lot of guys get an easy first defense. Credit to Soto, he had a mandatory challenger waiting for him, and he went right into that mandatory challenge. Just like Jamel Herring. He got a tough title win over Masayuki Ito, and he's fighting his mandatory. You're the #1 contender, man. Yeah, so it's not going to be easy.
Well, we're excited to watch you in a couple of weeks. I bet you are.
You sound so cool, kind of reflective all the time. But I know you save it for the ring.
We are approaching a minute to go here in this 12th and final round. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know who is winning this fight.
Ooh, nice right hands. Oh, maybe a delayed effect, maybe a slip. I think it was a slip, but you know what? Henno is tired. He is really weak right now.
Referee made it clear that was not a knockdown. Good call. I think you're right. Henno has both men.
They're both tired.
Yeah, they're exhausted. Inside 30 seconds. They have given it everything they have. And you can't blame them for having legs that are like those of a baby giraffe at this point. And now Soto just unleashing, trying to win this round in the final 15 or 20 seconds. Soto, Henno, what a fight. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the decision for you in our main event. Is it going to be Soto or Henno? What a battle for 12 rounds. The decision when we come back. All right, welcome back to Fantasy, Indio, California, the Zone Thursday Night Fights. What a main event we just had. Elwin Soto and Henno. And it's time to find out who won our main event. Let's send it up to Jeremiah.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, let's give these two warriors a big round of applause. And now we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge Zachary Young sees the bout 114-113. Judges Max DeLuca and Patrick Morley have the bout the same, 115-112. For your winner by unanimous decision, ladies and gentlemen, and still the WBO light flyweight champion of the world, the thorny pride of Mexicali, La Pulga, Elwin Soto.
Boy, there was a second there where I think many of us thought that belt was not going home.